conversations and opinions expressed on this channel could be subjective or objective and are also for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Here on The Mix, we encourage and implore you to conduct your own research.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Mix. Like this video, share this video. As you can see what this video is going to be about. Yes, Tory Lanez update. Never mind a slideshow, you guys. I do be having old images up here, but it all connects to the topic at hand. So, and I'll go ahead and drop the links in the description section of previous content I did on Tory Lanez. For those who do not know, it's still free Tory. But before I jump into the topic with this newly updated court information, I need for you all to like, share, sub, listen to the video from beginning to end. I won't keep you guys long. If you're interested in donating, hit that Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal in the description section. All donations go to our content enhancement creation. Also to cash prize giveaway. Yay! Here on The Mix, fourth quarter, end of December. Stay tuned, stay connected. Don't forget to like, share, sub. It's free to do that, and hype my channel up. When you hit the like, hype. Okay, you guys, so without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Head over to X. I got some news, some updates. Quite disappointed regards to Tory Lanez appeal in California. It was denied, basically confirmed by the appellate court, and basically he's exhausted everything from a state level, appealing it up. And they agree, the appellate court, which I disagree with in my opinion, the lower court. But here we go. Okay, you guys, when this came across my desk, I was disappointed, yet I wasn't shocked. Like I've said before in the past, in my opinion, California is a different beast when it comes to the legal system, judicial system, attorneys, judges, Hollywood, and it just seems like they are all in bed together. I'll drop the links in the description section of this post regarding my past commentary on alleged corruption regarding Tory Lanez and other stuff. So okay, it says here, the surprise witness, she posted this, and she has her own YouTube channel. This posted about a couple hours ago. It says, breaking news, Tory Lanez appeal just got confirmed on review, meaning he will stay in jail. Sheesh. His attorneys will appeal to the SCOTUS, meaning Supreme Court of the United States, I'm sure, and that's just her opinion. I'm thinking that, and this is The Mix interjecting, I'm thinking they're probably going to appeal too, but that's not always guaranteed. This reminds me of R. Kelly, deja vu all over again. Free Mr. Robert Kelly, miscarriage of justice. Free Tory Lanez, miscarriage of justice. So it seems like Tory Lanez exhausted all of his appeal options from the state level, and this was the last one statewide, and the additional court that's higher than all the lower courts is the United States Supreme Court, which is SCOTUS. Supreme Court of the United States. So that surprise witness further states that I am not particularly surprised, but I do believe it is the wrong decision. I will read the opinion when I get it. Okay, so, and then she's an attorney too, you guys. She doesn't practice law, but she is a legit attorney with a bar license, etc. So just check her out. I too will go over the opinion once I get a hold of it, hopefully. So I'm probably gonna have to go into Pacer and see. I do have access to Pacer personally, and yeah, so let me jump into the chat. Okay, so Grok, please elaborate further. And Grok is obviously AI. So it says here, the California Supreme Court's denial of Tory Lanez's petition for review affirms the Second District Court of Appeals earlier upholding of his convictions for assaulting Megan Thee Stallion. This exhausts state remedies, leaving his 10-year sentence intact unless the United States Supreme Court grants certiorari. Oh my gosh, tongue tied. I really don't know how to pronounce that, and I think that's Latin. I learned that in legal classes, and I'm not an attorney, you guys. So just yeah. So but it further states a long shot. But this is a long shot, obviously, as it accepts under 2% of petitions. Deja vu over again. Y'all, reminds me of R. Kelly. They didn't accept his from the New York. He appealed his up to New York appellate court. They denied it. He went to the Supreme Court, and with the Supreme Court, they didn't accept it. So, okay, and Grok, hence AI further cites controversies persist over ballistic consistencies and witness testimonies, but appellate courts found sufficient evidence to support the jury's verdict without reversible error. Sheesh. So here we go. Yeah, this is. Yeah, oh my gosh, free Tory. I am not surprised. Like I said, this is a great miscarriage of justice in my most humble opinion, and again, I'll drop the links in the description section of this post. Check out Tory Lanez. I have a Tory Lanez playlist too. I'll go ahead and post that in the community section as well. And yeah, I'm gonna run some polls, so head on over there. But this is disappointing. I'm not shocked because California, all of them, in my opinion, Seems like, based off of my observation over the years, it just seems like a lot of people are in bed together, you know, not in a literal sense, but you get what I'm saying. Alleged corruption, flooding the courts, flooding the Hollywood. They having political connections, ties, and they're pouring money into campaigns for judges, district attorneys, and etc. etc. Okay, this person says Tory Lanez conviction was upheld. Next stop would be California Supreme Court. No, you're wrong. He's already at California Supreme Court. These people don't be knowing sometimes. The fight for Tory's freedom and for his name to be cleared will continue. Justice for Tory. Okay, you guys, there's one more thing I want to share with you all. I came across this, and I like to bring receipts to you guys. You know, I just don't like to be spewing things in these internet streets without, you know, some evidence, some supporting information, some supporting screens. So I came across this, and it is true. It is legit, according to Complex, which pretty much reiterate what I just said. From X, Tory Lanez appeal denied in Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. And it says, on Wednesday, November 12th, the California Court of Appeal affirmed Lanez felony convictions and 10-year prison sentence for papawing per legal affairs journalist Megan Conniff. Says here in May, Megan's lawyer Alex Spiro released a 30-page report, renewed efforts by Lanez's team and supporters to discredit the conviction. This says, the article further cites, despite Mr. Lanez being convicted at trial by overwhelming evidence that included his own admission of his guilt. No, that's not true. These articles can be a bit skewed, biased, omitting things, not misrepresenting. But this looks like the only article that I came across to support what actually took place today in the appellate court of California. And it says he and his team, flanked by any ignorant person they can find, have pushed water. This is Alex Spiro. They're quoting Megan Thee Stallion's. He wasn't even her attorney. Y'all, this was a quote. They're in quoting, Complex is in quoting Alex Spiro, which he did a article or interview or something with Rolling Stones. And if you follow the hierarchy, is to my understanding, Rolling Stones is connected with Rocnation. As far as somebody, Rocnation team has some type of relationship business wise with Rolling Stones. So that's where the article came from. Connect the dots. It says here further the article further cites, one by one their misleading statements unravel, and all that is left is the simple truth. He was convicted by overwhelming evidence, and those who seek to traumatize the victim of the crime should be called out as foolish bullies. Oh gosh. And again, this is complex.com quoting Alex Spiro. And you guys, he wasn't even Megan Thee Stallion's attorney. And the state of California picked up the case, so that's the district attorney. So this is all, oh gosh, what a tangle web we weave. This article further cites, the report noted that ring camera footage had already been presented at trial, and that DNA evidence on the GUN indicated a 90% likelihood the Uter was a male. Earlier this month, a judge rejected Lanez's attempt to avoid testifying in a related civil case. And that's the deposition is part of Megan's defamation lawsuit against gossip blogger Milagro Grams, Milagro Cooper, who she accused of spreading falsehoods about the PayPal and the 2022 trial with Lanez's financial support, which I've done a couple videos on that, and I'll drop those links in the description section, which in my opinion, I respectfully disagree. Milagro was in the courtroom, and in my opinion, just like everyone else, she was reporting from what she saw, her perspective, just like other people were there reporting. You had other YouTubers there, you had degree journalists there, all of that. So they were reporting, and everybody, it's just like, if I say something or think, or my thought process is one way, yours may be another. Opinions are like a-holes. Everyone has them. And also, to everyone's perspective is not always the same. And two, there's facts, yes, etc. But with that being said, some people do manipulate the facts. And in my opinion, I do not believe, and this is just my opinion, Milagro did that when she covered the Tory Lanez case. So Megan is suing her, has a lawsuit going on. Yeah, this is quite unfortunate. Okay, the article further cites, Lanez's lawyers argued at the time that his testimony could harm his criminal appeal, but Judge Lisette M. Reed ruled that it was unclear how this would be possible. Woo! Bought and paid for judges, in my opinion. The focus of Mr. Peterson's deposition is his relationship with defendant Cooper, not with plaintiff, writes the judge, according to Billboard. So the judge saying all of this, but when they brought in all of those streamers, hence Megan's attorneys brought in all those streamers to testify or give a deposition, and they were asking him questions about Nicki Minaj and Drake and other people. They didn't have nothing to do with Megan and or Milagro or Tory. So like I said, alleged corruption. Okay, the article further cites, thus the court does not see how his testimony regarding Mr. Pete's communication and relationship with defendant would serve to prejudice his criminal appeal, which in my opinion it just did. Okay, everyone, so what are your thoughts? Drop some comments in the chat. Keep it respectful and peaceful. Y'all check out the polls I have going on in the community section. Head on over there, look at them, watch some clips, and cast your vote. It's free to do that. So okay, to recap, appeal was denied, unfortunately, at the appellate level in California. Tory Lanez team of attorneys will probably push this up to the United States Supreme Court. But as I said before, there's a caveat with that. Will the United States Supreme Court accept it? And that's via certiorari. That's what that's called. Okay, and also too, that article I read, excerpts of that, well, the full article, complex.com, they were quoting Alex Spiro, who is a Rocnation attorney. So yes, tomato, but he wasn't there when Megan Thee Stallion went through the court process, which was the state of California press charges against Tory Lanez. She was just a witness / victim, to my understanding. So I don't understand from a civil perspective why Alex Spiro was speaking earlier this year. But as you heard, Complex magazine, online news site, they pretty much quoted Alex Spiro interview I guess he did with Rolling Stones, and I told you guys the connection that I am kind of aware of that Rocnation, Rolling Stones have in common. And again, Alex Spiro is Jay-Z's attorney and a Rocnation, I guess, attorney, but he wasn't specifically, to my understanding, unless I'm wrong, he was not specifically representing Megan Thee Stallion from a civil perspective. They have a team of attorneys, but each attorney, I think, kind of is assigned to whomever, whichever client under their umbrella. So, okay, and Rocnation, y'all, they're sending a message, a strong message. And I'm going to say this from a content creator space, digital media, you want to call that, quote unquote. I'm not a journalist. I'm not dying on a hill. I'm not. I know I've said before, you fight. You don't stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, which I do believe in that as well. And I also believe, and both can be true, that sometimes you might have to bow out gracefully. So this taught me a lesson, not only this case with Milagro, unfortunately, and prayers up to her. I still think that is not giving what it's supposed to be giving according to Rocnation and the courts. And I still think, in my opinion, and it's just simply my opinion because opinions are not facts, that there is some possible corruption within that Florida case with Megan Thee Stallion against Milagro Graham. So just my opinion. I think the judge is not all the way there in terms of ethically, in a good ethical manner. So, but that's something to think about. But this all taught me a lesson. I'm not dying on a hill. I'm not, even with the Cardi B and Tasha K situation. I said then, and what popped up in my mind, case precedents. Tasha K, remove whatever Cardi B said, because you're going to set a case precedence in these internet media streets, in these YouTube content creators streaming streets. And that's what happened. I was saying, take it down, whatever, when it came to the Tasha K and Cardi B. I believe Tasha K should have just took whatever down, but look, case precedents have been set, and yeah, gosh. Okay, and finally, you guys, R. Kelly. Yes, this all reminds me of R. Kelly case as well, meaning from a perspective of miscarriage of justice, meaning from a perspective of, seems like there's some evil forces and some unfortunate high places or spaces that just got it in for Tory Lanez, and nothing just seems to go his way, hence R. Kelly as well. So hopefully the United States Supreme Court hears it. I'm going to say this, you guys, I highly doubt they hear it. They didn't even hear R. Kelly. So Tory Lanez will probably likely be sitting for some more years, unfortunately. And again, this is a miscarriage of justice. If I get a hold of the opinions from the justices in the California appellate decision that they just made today, November 12th, then I'll do a whole video on it. Probably go live and do that. So like, share, sub, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.